It wasn't pretty on Saturday against Lake Erie, but you said you would take the win. I don't know if it was pretty tonight, but it was beautiful.
Whatever it was, it was a win. Whatever it was, man. Ethan just said so many good things. But looking at this, man, it's just proud right now. Proud, young guys, young Panthers. We were senior that didn't come off the floor. We have Sean Marks, who, again, no one else at the line. He misses 2 of them, but he talked about it multiple times. Just next man up. We love each other. It's just we had Sean Marks back from the get-go. Zach Sewell stepped up after having a horrible game, had a big steal, some big free throws. It's just who we are. It's just who we're becoming. It's just who we are right now.
It's one thing, let's talk about just some of the possessions late in the game. Typically you've got a go-to point guard who can make a play, right? That's been Michael Scott, Shamar Waugh. You maybe don't have that just yet on who's your go-to point guard. Plus, you're going against this defense that you guys have not been able to figure out for quite some time, and nobody in this conference can figure out. So when you're trying to set up plays at the very end, how hard is it to try and diagram something?
Oh, well, first I was going to say, Sean Marks he's our go-to guy. I mean, he went by them. He lived in the paint a lot. I mean, he'll make a 3 one of these days, but he is our go-to going with the ball in his hands. He's good enough, he's crafty enough, he works hard enough, so he is our guy there. But I mean, we saw something on film, and that's their second game with their whole team together, so we only had really one game to go off of, giving them a full strength. And we saw a couple of things, and we spread them out a little bit, and we asked Sean to go by guys, and if we made a couple shots early, we think we had a chance. Matt King made 2 early, Ethan made a couple early, and then it really spread it out a little more. And again, 62 points isn't a ton, especially overtime, but we thought what we were doing, a lot of our made shots were late shot clock. We made them guard and kind of broke their back a couple times.
You know, we joked at halftime of the women's game that coaches never really want to talk about offense, they want to talk about defense. Well, you held a team that was averaging 98 in its first 2 games, to only 57 with an extended overtime period. They had a lot of concentration with Colin Van Horn inside. You just kept trying to throw a big body at him left and right. That was a tough matchup for you inside tonight, but the guys stuck with it.
I thought Matt Hall was great. I mean, even though he fouled out in one point, he had 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
He's a big body on Colin Van Horn. And we held Salem. I think when we played Salem, they're averaging 90-something points a game. We held them to 59. We held who's our second team? Tiffin. They're putting up 100 points. We held them to 80 or whatever it was. And looking at this, I mean, they were 0 for 15 from the 3-point line. We guard the line well. I mean, given Colin Van Horn was 9 for 11, but man, we guard the line well. We made things hard. They shot 37% from a team that's offensively gifted like they are. Guys have just really bought in on that end.
How does this change things? What does this do for the mentality now with 3 tough games coming up with Trebekah, Malone, and Walsh coming up next?
Confidence, growth. We talk about it. We're forging the fire right now. It's who we are. I yell at our guys because we're making freshman mistakes. It's not an excuse. It's reality, but it's not an excuse of who we are. They have to make plays. They have to grow up. And I think today, Brandon Gibson got a little older. Zach Sewell got a little older. Even though Ethan Haynes has been around a little bit, and Sean Marks has been around, Caleb Strohmeyer, older guys, those guys all grew up, even though there's some older guys on our team.
A lot of fun here tonight. Great win for the women earlier. You guys followed it up with a huge win against Cedarville here tonight. And congratulations, 2-2 now in the season.
TB, thank you. I appreciate it.
Head coach Kelly.